Douglas is the right wing back. In midfield, centrally, Cresswell and Pickles. At left wing back, it is Lienou, followed by a supporting cast of Chadwick and McDonald for Harry Gray up front, who's been in fine form this season. Scunthorpe just making an early clearance. Pitch in good condition in some parts, a bit chunky in others. Recent rain would have helped some groundsmen ahead of what will be the winter turning period, but still there looks to be half decent conditions to play the game of football in for the players that are playing at this level for Leeds. Enahoro-Marcus has got his bearings on there, overplayed the pass when looking for a teammate in Cresswell. Leeds managed to recover relatively quickly. Some instructions from the outset from Scott Gardner. Again, Ben, just after a couple of weeks off, the international break is the headlines go to the first team players, but these youngsters, they don't get days off, they continue to work, but it is one of those maybe first 5 minutes where you've got to be really sharp. You can't afford to look like you've had 10 days off.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention about your international break, Tom. You've had a few days off by the looks of things, but you're right, for these young players working on a different shape as well. I've probably seen them settle with a 4 at the back, but the times this season now setting up with that 3, it's just getting the starting positions right, being nice and compact. First few minutes, that's what we are, trying to force the ball wide. We don't want the ball to be played through us, so it's about being disciplined and just staying switched on at key moments.
Get ready to go, Josh. Get ready to go. Get ready, Josh.
Howson picks up the ball. There's a shout from Gardner to tell McDonald to get ready to go, which suggests that Leeds are trying to spring a surprise in attack as Mahady plays the ball out towards Enahoro-Marcus. Scunthorpe can't pick up McDonald, who can now race away, but he does have the presence of a defender behind him. Lienou, it's a delightful ball, it's a great move for Leeds, but Gray hits the frame of the goal. Picking up his Chadwick, low and hard looking for McDonald, still queuing up his Cresswell, got to try and dig it out, it's awkward. He gets his shot blocked and it will be turned away. But what a move that was by Leeds. And with a player of Gray's calibre in that sort of position, you expect the net to bulge. Sadly, it's all you could hear is the rattling of the post. Yeah,
I'm quite not sure how Harry Gray's not found the bottom corner with that finish, because you're right, Tom, the move was sensational. The build-up play, the running off the ball, the first time cross, and anybody in the team who you want that chance to fall to would have been Harry Gray. I think he's in disbelief, just the same as us two.
Marcus with a good timely interception. Good feet as well from Cresswell back to Howson.
Same again, he's in round. Really good that first one. John, Johnny, control it, John. This way.
Douglas to Mahady. It's always good that Scott Gardner's very vocal, because we can find out from about 10 seconds in what the game plan is. But again, just try to reiterate the message, get the instructions out. Scunthorpe be able to hear the same things as well, so it's like a game of chess, and just the players just try to execute that game plan.
Yeah, of course, and it's always good to get those bit of tactical information from the touchline, but it's over to the players ultimately out on the pitch, where we say come up with different problems themselves that they might face, and how can they resolve them as the game goes on. So really part of the game, out of possession, yeah, 3 at the back, but Johnny Howson, with plenty of experience, he's stepping into the midfield areas in possession just to try and create that overload middle of the park.
Ball played wide, here is Lienou. looking for an avenue to succeed. He's hoping to get past a gap, and now he fires it across. It's another perfect ball in, waiting for a touch. There's a thumbs up from Chadwick at the far post. Lienou, 2 crosses in a row. Another day, Ben. 2 assists.
Yeah, and Lienou's big part of his game, the big strength is getting forward, and what the 3 at the back enables him to do is start in a further advanced position on that left-hand side. And as you mentioned, he's found himself in 2 fantastic positions, forward areas, 2 great crosses in.
Low ball nearly worked for Enahoro-Marcus, who took a swing at things, but picks up the loose pass back to Chadwick, who now floats it instead. Cresswell's the target. Won't fall to the lead skipper. Scunthorpe play for territory and clear it. Howson alert all the time, and the pass was over here anyway. They're just alerting everyone to calm things down.
Really good, Gjoshe. Really good, Gjoshe. Now, Gjoshe, stay.
Into McDonald, sprayed out wide early to Douglas. Inside run from Chadwick. Beautiful ball. Now Gray's making his near post run. Now he switches the idea. Nearly finds him at the far post. Scunthorpe defence trying to track him all the way. Pickles to Lienou. McDonald tasked with making the run. They're immediately trying to smother him. Gets away from 1. Is it back inside? It's a case of who wants it. Pickles eventually called rank, but then misplaced his touch, and now Scunthorpe can play it inside in Dawson. And Dawson's towering frame picked out the pass to release Scales, who's started 2 games in the National League this year. To Starbuck, who's one of the most experienced players out there for Scunthorpe. 5 starts in the 5th tier. Racing down the win is Ubaezuonu, just possessed by Lienou, who's had a cracking start to the game. And this 3-4 formation, Bennett, of course, it'd be tactically set up to try and combat Scunthorpe as well, rather than just try to play the Leeds way. But you can see what strength it brings, having Chadwick as a number 10. McDonald is someone that can drift as well, and you've got that supporting cast in midfield. Yeah,
it's always great to get, as you mentioned, those type of players in space, those little pockets where it's so hard for Scunthorpe to pick up. But pleasing thing so far, the first 8 minutes, is the tempo of the passing, because without that, it doesn't matter who's in space or not. It's easy to defend against if it's very pedestrian-like in the build-up play, but it's been anything but that. It's been a bright start from this young Leeds team.
Pickles to Enahoro-Marcus. Got to stride over and missed communication. And maybe the first real lapse in an attacking sense. Enahoro-Marcus has made 2 errors in possession now. But then the other way, made an important interception. Again, Ben, it's part of that learning, isn't it? When you come to an academy of Leeds, and he's come from a strong one himself in Liverpool, but he might be tasked with different things at different teams. He's just made a slight error, but another player that's caught the eye this year with some big interceptions and some towering headers. Looks like this might be defence in Howson. Certainly asserting themselves as Douglas makes a touch in possession. Quick on a header won by Beck, who Ben was talking about pre-kickoff, an ex-teammate of yours, Ben. There's also an ex-Leeds Academy player in Tyler Denton playing for Scunthorpe. As Pickles concedes a foul, he brings down Joey Dawson. So There's a connection between the two clubs here and there tonight.
No, there is, and it's great to see one for Tyler Denton. Yeah, handful of appearances in the first team as well at Leeds, but still playing, still having that hunger and desire. Part of the promoted team as well here at Scunthorpe, and the big striker, big Mark Beck, there'll be a handful, and he's the type of challenge where our young defenders won't necessarily come up against every week. He's a big, strong lad, is Mark Beck, and these are the situations where he'll be trying to thrive, so it's important. Good line there, can we get tight to him?
Over towards the far post, put into a dangerous area. Pickles is fighting for it, as is McDonald, and he scoops it clear. Lienou, a very nice throw out from Mahady. Looks to try and pick out McDonald. Difficult. You've got to get it around the defence, Ben, and then keep it checked. Something you did every week in your heyday.
Yeah, it helps when you had likes of Snodgrass or Max Gradle in front of you to pass to them. They made you look half decent at times in those type of players, but good goalkeeping from Mahady, just wasn't content to slow the play down. Notice Lienou was free down the left-hand side, released him, and then it's just the case of, okay, if there's not many options forward in possession, there's nothing wrong with just taking a foot on the ball and playing it maybe sideways to regenerate the ball to go out the other side.
Towards Beck, Mahady is off his line early. He's towards Pickles. Gray claims he's fouled. The referee will be on the same page and agree. Leeds in not massive rush. 12 minutes in, it's kind of relatively pleased. Keeping it quite compact. And through the middle of the park, this 2-3-1 formation is well bunched out of possession. Challenge on Chadwick, much to the surprise and disappointment of Scunthorpe. To Howson, and Leeds just biding their time. Good move from Howson. Gives himself a yard of space, carries it again well. The Leeds coach. Player. Gray, well worked, out to Lienou, another perfect ball in if someone can be there. Chadwick misses it, Douglas picks up the loose pass. Into Howson again, pushing high in attack, floated out to Douglas. Been picked up by Gray, tried to turn, goes to ground. Wants a penalty, he's never going to get one for that, as it's cleared by Denton to get away from Douglas. Lopata-White will have his work out, try to get Beck off the ball, but Scunthorpe go route one this time. Back into Beck, there's an offside flag going up against Dawson, so we're seeing a different sort of approach. We've got long-term sort of planning from Scunthorpe, I guess, to try and break Leeds down, but when they have to, a bit of route one, they nearly force Leeds open. And the same can be said for Leeds bench. Johnny Howson wouldn't be the first player you would pick to be leading the charge to the heart of defence because of how Leeds are set up. But that's how it worked, and it nearly paid off.
Yeah, it's been fluid within a structure and a system.
Lienou goes down the line into McDonald. Nearly picked out Gray. Slice clearance from Scunthorpe will only clear it to the edge of the D. Enahoro-Marcus to steer it forward. That was the Chadwick. Scunthorpe won it back. That was Cresswell closest to it in a white shirt. This goes wide. It's towards Lienou. to Gray was offside against Douglas, but some good football being played by Leeds, Ben. Working the angles. Certainly the full-backs have thrived in this formation, Lienou in particular, but Douglas is now starting to come to the fore.
Yeah, they're causing real problems for the Scunthorpe team, and this is the big chance for Harry Gray. He thought he was just going to nestle in the bottom corner. Unfortunate to see him hit the woodwork, but 15.5 minutes on the clock, and again the tempo of the passing is causing Scunthorpe so many problems. They don't know if they're just sitting into a shade, they're trying to press high, but we're just finding that spare man, trying to play positive, looking forward, receiving the ball on the half turn. All these type of things you try and work on in training, so the young players take it into a difficult game, as we said, against strong opposition in Scunthorpe tonight, but that'll be the pleasing aspects for Scott Gardner so far.
Enahoro-Marcus wins a goal kick. Whatever Conor Douglas is doing, Scott Gardner wants it a bit sharper. Again, it's easy to forget as well, you know, he's playing right wing back tonight. I know it's not a million miles away, Ben, from right midfield, but still, you know, he's still transitioning from a new position into the right wing back slot.
Yes, Jaden, get on, go on, next one, Chrissy Ollie.
Up towards Beck, Lopata-White lets it bounce, that could be a risk. Douglas is now having to race back to help out, to try and stop Chadwick from attacking.
Get ready! Get to the ball, Gjoshe! Get to the ball!
Douglas clears, a convincing clearance as well. Won't fall for Chadwick in midfield. It's now Scunthorpe's turn to try and play a bit of football. Headed by Lopata-White, cleared away behind for a corner, but brave defending with the experience. You mentioned Beck, a veteran at this level, strong, powerful. Lopata-White stood up to him.
No, he did well. Got really tight to Mark Beck. And sometimes what young defenders fall into the trap of, they try and head the ball clear out of their penalty area back towards the D, but could get no power, generate no power, so this was the best outcome.
Headed away by Enahoro-Marcus.
Go on, Johnny! Go on, Gjoshe! Good boy!
Still trying to play out. Lopata-White nips in. Howson now leading the charge, but Leeds' line still pretty compact inside their own area.
Mahdy's the middle!
Here is Denton.
Nothing through! Gjoshe, nothing through yet! Ollie's gone!
They've done well. It's a mistake there in possession from Scunthorpe. Everything looks to be ticking along nicely, and then all of a sudden they're back inside their own half. Leeds some defensive work to do now. Beck does tower ahead, and this is where he comes into the fore. Effort across goal, overhit. Leeds will be happy to see it sail away behind for a goal kick, but there is the tradition of a Route 1 number 9. It worked perfectly there.
Yeah, the amount of times I've seen Mark Beck do that, believe me, it's a big help when you're playing with him and not against him. And it's all about your starting positions as the defenders. Don't be ball watching the ball going in to the big striker. It's the runners off him, especially the ball so far outside the penalty area.
Scunthorpe won it back this time with Brogan. Relatively easy catch from Mahady, and he makes short. Cresswell wants it in front of him, but instead he goes to Lopata-White at right centre half. McDonald gets caught. Just a hold back on the left arm. Howson was trying to play it quickly, but it's blocked away by Ubaezuonu. Leeds' fluidity just been stopped, but no real surprise. Ben Scunthorpe are always going to have a say in the game. They're at home. It's a National League team playing against players a lot younger than them. So it's been able to handle these moments. Yeah,
of course. And again, what we like to see or say about the young players is don't gift opportunities away by your mistakes. Let the senior players go out and earn the opportunities, but not gifted anything away whatsoever. I think we've been really good with and without the ball.
Here is Chadwick, good feet from him. Challenged that from behind, just about got to the ball. Back into the middle of the park. It was Scales putting in the challenge on Chadwick. As Cresswell gets possession and goes to Douglas. Chadwick just misplaces the pass in a close quarter squeeze there. There was plenty of pressure on him. Ball gone. McDonald had to try it anyway, you never know.
Ruben, can you go back to him? Brockie, back in, please. Good back.
Pass. A few groans from the crowd because they were hoping for an attack there down the wing.
Yes, Brandon, show me what here.
Lienou in good space. For Mahady to handle. Not good enough for him to concede a throw, but considering it could have gone against him.
Gjoshe, closer to the middle.
Right from Lopata-White nips in. Gray hasn't had too many touches in terms of passes into his feet to hold at play, Ben. He's mainly come involved when Leeds have crossed to him in the area. It's perhaps an avenue where Leeds would get some more joy as Beck wins the header. Now Leeds are under pressure. Shooting opportunity perhaps for the host, but that's all cancelled out by the great work defensively from Ruben Lopata-White. Corner to come.
Yeah, again, it's not the header that's causing the major issues towards goal. It's always just a flick on for the runner into space, and again, that's just the kind of awareness of a young centre half. If they're seeing Johnny Howson challenge for the ball, you don't need to go and affect it as well. You be on the cover to get in a good position, but it's all learning curves.
Yeah, corner comes in, shooting opportunity as well. Not one to brag about from Scunthorpe, but still a good hit all the same. If you want in power from Andrew Boyce, who's the only man in the starting 11 that's played every National League game for Scunthorpe. Mahady goes early to Lienou. Communication there because Mahady was looking for McDonald. Thankfully for him, Scunthorpe make a mistake, but again, no disappointment. Scott Gardner's encouraging Mahady for the right idea, and we know He can make any pass on the pitch, Rory Mahady.
And he'll tell you that he can make any pass on the pitch, as well as one of them goalkeepers who just love to get involved in the outfield stuff in training. But it's just a great example there where they're trying to get Lienou to move off the ball, so then the players on the right-hand side for Scunthorpe defensively, they'll drop off. Gjoshe McDonald should get more space then. That selfish running off just to create off the ball, to create that space for your teammate. Happens so much on a pitch, but it's a great example, and unfortunately the pass didn't get to McDonald, but they'll keep working at it.
Here comes Scunthorpe in possession. It's a ball up towards Beck.
Stop the cross! Josh, help him! Okay, settle
By Mahady. Chadwick just not sticking for Leeds now once it gets into that final front three. Overlapping run coming from Starbuck. Howson's touch. Beck tries to turn it back inside, has done so, but Howson's alert.
Look away!
From McDonald.
Any room, Max? Any room, Max? Get ball! Get ball! Right. Come over. Well done, Carlin. Set. Safety count, all right. Right, well done. Get it. Open the way, Max. Go!
Cresswell encouraged not to foul by the bench, but then concedes one as the instruction is being barked across the Attis Arena pitch. And it will be because of situations where Scunthorpe will want set pieces, of course, with their towering centre forward in Beck.
Watch the ball, Josh! Good Harry! Drop in your line! Straight line! Straight line!
So over the set piece is Brogan was the right-footed option. Woody back for Leeds. Gray the furthest forward. His delivery is high and hanging. Howson can't get to the header, and Enahoro-Marcus can head away as Cresswell pops it down the line for Gray, who wants the foot race and will continue to win it. Now can he get his head up to see inside? He has two options. He needs help because he's been pressurised all the time by Starbuck. He goes to ground, and then he will go to ground for a second time to concede a free kick. It isn't what Leeds wanted, but to concede a free kick level with the 6-yard box after a counter-attack could be a lot worse.
Yeah, and it's positive play by the number 9, putting the afterburners on. Looks strong, looks quick. Obviously just ran out of options in the corner in the end, but what that run will do to the centre halves and defenders of Scunthorpe, just put a bit of fear into them, knowing that they can't allow that space for Harry Gray.
Ball forward, and Beck misses the header. Two Scunthorpe players go for the second ball. They will get a bit fortunate that they pick up the pieces. Gray wanted more help up front. The ball out from the back from Rory Watson in goal wasn't the best.
Now he starts to go. Josh. Get ready, Jaden. Get ready to drop.
Enahoro-Marcus practically upon us as Lienou picks up possession and carries it forward, splits the midfield with a delicate pass. Now Pickles looking to do the same on the other side towards Chadwick. Intercepted by Scunthorpe. But again, just see that quality. And Watson's now made 2 errors in possession. Lienou has started the game better than most out there.
Yeah, and you have to say the first half an hour, very little goal action for both sides, but from a Leeds perspective, as an away performance, an away team, they'll be really pleased in what they're producing so far. End products, that's the only thing to kind of work on, but all the build-up play to that point and distances, the learning on the job. The last time the ball went up to the big striker, Beck, 1 centre-half was challenging, 3-4 defenders were dropping off, waiting for the flick on, and they swept up then. So they've learned from a previous 2 little lapse of concentration, and that's what you want to see from Scott Garner, his players learning on the job.
Carrying it into a really dangerous position. That's before Lopata-White's tackle, which is very well timed, executed to perfection. Here is Chadwick to McDonald. Gray's asking for possession to peel away, gets it as well. Now Lienou is an inside runner. Will Gray go on his own? For now he will. Turns inside. Gray shooting opportunities narrowed. Pickles has a go. It's blocked to keep the move alive. Leeds can gather possession with Howson. Cresswell wide to Chadwick. Douglas thinking about an overlapping run. Cresswell thought Chadwick was going to do a 1-2. And now Denton can clear down the touchline. Picked up in midfield by Leeds. Here's Mahady. Pings it wide towards Lienou. Enahoro-Marcus back to the left back, who can dig his heels in here, and he has. He's working out of a troublesome situation at first. Douglas peeled away from Mahady. Here's Cresswell. McDonald's asking for it. Now plays it forward to Chadwick. Flagger stayed down. Now there's a cut back there here for Gray for a tap in. Gets it. And Gray from Chadwick. Great team move from Leeds. Chadwick beats the offside trap. And that's really good from defence in Mahady all the way through to Harry Gray for his latest goal of the season. It's Scunthorpe 0, Leeds United 1.
Oh, it's some goal. Really is. The patience, the build-up play, started in this bottom left-hand corner, left-back position for ourselves, worked it to Mahady out to the right-hand side, couple of penetrating passes through the middle. We get Chadwick away, and you're just thinking, has he looked to his left? Because Harry Gray was in oceans of space, waiting for that tap-in. He certainly did Chadwick, and that's where you want your number 9 to be. What a team goal. Harry Gray, another goal to the tally for the season.
From everybody involved. It's a nice timely goal as well, just when Scunthorpe had just started to make things a little bit more awkward for Leeds. Well, free kick one as well. Scunthorpe at the back, but everything for Leeds now about preserving this lead, Ben, with 10 minutes to go. Scunthorpe have already lost their first game of the competition. They've proven with Beck they can cause problems. But it's not a case of sitting back, is it, for Leeds? They've got to keep the same game plan, but try and double the lead at the same time.
Well, everything tonight's been positive, with and without the ball, even from a defensive point of view, going attacking the ball, winning the seconds, blending possession, we're looking forward. So, yeah, everything so far has been positive. More of the same, please.
Block comes in, an important one from Leeds. More work needed at the back. Push the ball long over the top. It's gone out of play. It's changed as well after that goal. Denton has been replaced by Gjoshe. I believe that is due to competition rules in which 4 starters from the last league game have to feature for the National League side.
Stay with it! Stay with it! Stay with it! Get ready! Get ready! Okay! Get ready! Okay! Get ready!
Got a chance here. It is with the new sub Gjoshe. It's because strong touch, but even stronger tackle from Lopata-White. Chadwick's adamant it should be a Leeds throw. He's put in some big interceptions last couple of minutes, Ben.
Yeah, he has. Again, it all just stems from your starting position. Sometimes it can just get a bit lost out there when, again, you've been used to just playing with one centre half at the side of you. Tonight we've got an additional one with 3 at the back. So for Lopata-White to adjust to it so far tonight, it's been good to see. And yeah, it's always nice, isn't it? Your centre half smashing into challenges. Old school out with Tom.
Yeah, and he just managed that sort of collision. Lienou taking it into a dangerous spot here. Scunthorpe worked the mistake. Lienou can pick it up. Just trying to play it low to Gray, intercepted again for the second time in succession by Scunthorpe.
Get ready, Gjoshe! Get ready, Gjoshe! Go on then! Go on then! Go on then! Quick, last step!
Behind Lienou, didn't have much of a chance to get to that. Enahoro-Marcus covers him. 38 minutes on the clock. And it is another corner.
Yeah, but it's good positioning because Lienou gets not caught out, but it's just in an awkward position where he can't affect it. But Enahoro-Marcus, that's what you want. Read that danger. If the ball goes in behind your wing back, are you there in a position to block the cross? He was then.
High boot appeals for Leeds, unheard. White clears again. About safety from a centre half perspective. Howson with the interception. Douglas flicks it round the corner for Gray. Mahady out to Lienou.
Settle, stay with the ball. Okay.
Mahady to Chadwick, to Gray. Chadwick's back if he wants to pick him out. He tries to, and he has. Shot comes in from Chadwick, just didn't get it out of his feet. The two of them combined for the first goal. You're talking fine margins to stop them from combining for a second.
Yeah, it was nearly roles reversed, wasn't it? Great pass from Harry Gray, just outside of his right, but great awareness to see the run from Chadwick. I just think he gets the ball caught under his feet, didn't quite get that first touch into his stride. That's why he just scuffed the shot so slightly.
He's just been dispossessed here as well as Howson picks up the clearance.
Stay at home. You need to stay with Lou. Stay with Lou.
Lienou plays for safety. Risky pass back from Lienou.
Good man. Down now. Down now. Stay goal side. Stay goal side. Lou, cover.
Beck's flick on. Douglas ends up running past it due to the awkward bounce. And again, it's an avenue that Scunthorpe are going to continue to try. A long ball up to Beck. So far he's won nearly all of them. Leeds again neutralise the knockdown, but you can see why Scunthorpe are making it their first avenue for success.
Yeah, and that's the kind of get-out ball for Scunthorpe at the moment. Lienou's trying to get in here again.
Yeah, good first touch. Second takes him into central position. Grace forced himself wide. Ball comes back in. It's cleared away for a throw.
Well, again, it's some really good moments now. We're just trying to make this count, because what we are finding is them spaces out wide. And we're getting the wing-backs into some really good positions. The runners going off them as well. It's just that killer instinct can send a second goals on its way.
This before half-time as Leeds wide to Lienou. Howson trying to inject a bit of pace to that. Douglas puts the arm up to suggest he should have done better.
Divide, Josh, get ready to go. Get ready to go. I'm outside you. Josh, look away as well. Outside you.
Tackle from Chadwick. Strong appeal from him to suggest it should be a Leeds throw-in, not for the first time. Knocks it out for a Scunthorpe throw. Which Leeds are just trying to kill a bit more time.
Ollie! 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 This side! This side! This side!
Ball in from Gjoshe at the far post. Lienou just going to try and marshal it out. It does. It's been a thoroughly professional performance from him. Nearly a minute away, Ben, from what has been a really solid first half.
No, it has. Mentioned about everything being positive, but the main takeaway for me in possession was said at the very start, want the players to go out and express themselves, and the way they've approached the game been very positive, but the tempo of the passing has been a real standout. They've just not been kind of nervy or edgy going into the game, waiting for things to happen. They've been very proactive. In the first half, it's a long way to go in the game. Players do tire in the second period. That's where the experience of the opposition may kick in a little bit more. But yeah, I think they'll be really pleased going in at the break as things stand.
Looking for Gray, but the Scunthorpe clear. One final chance for an opportunity to score for Leeds, and then that will be half-time.
Stay in, Jay. Stay in, Jaden.
Welcome back into LUTV's coverage as the second half gets underway for the National League Cup. We've had a couple of changes at half-time. Tyrrell Sellars-Fleming has come on for Cian Scales for Scunthorpe. Harvey Vincent has replaced Reece Chadwick for Leeds United. As Douglas gets away down the right flank. Here is Cresswell. It is as we were in terms of formation by the looks of things for Leeds. So it's a 3-4-3, which is Mahady, Douglas, Lienou, Enahoro-Marcus, Lopata-White, Howson, Cresswell, Gray, Pickles, McDonald and Vincent. And Leeds' goal coming from Gray in the 34th minute. Myself, Tom Hill and Ben Parker bringing you the coverage. I'll get Ben's thoughts in a second. Scunthorpe pounce on an error at the back from Leeds. That is a free kick on the very edge of the box. And I mean on the edge. That is a breakdown at the back. And a massive opportunity here for Scunthorpe inside the first 2 minutes, Ben. Yeah,
it's the first time we've been sloppy. In possession all night, Enahoro-Marcus, the guilty man to give the ball away and just invited that press that Scunthorpe were putting on. I don't know if he could place the ball any better than it actually was.
Stood over it again is Brogan. The last set piece for Scunthorpe. The wall is Howson, Lopata-White, Cresswell, Enahoro-Marcus and Lienou. Brogan steps over it. Fine free kick into the far corner from Ubaezuonu. There isn't many keepers that can stop that. It's one apiece.
Yeah, from that distance, that far out, so close to the goal, 20 yards tops. You get good power, good direction. Goalkeeper's always going to struggle to keep it out, and that was the case. And we shot ourselves on the foot. We invited that pressure. We invited the free kick. It's about a reaction now from the players.
Real frustration in that for Scott Gardner. Enahoro-Marcus just guilty of giving too much service to Scunthorpe defence, and then a combination of him and Howson, who's frustrated with himself. The advantage for Leeds is that there's such a long time left in the game. Could easily go and get a goal or two in the second half. First receiver is a new one for Leeds at the back. And Lopata-White have swapped positions for a while. And Douglas decides to become provider for Lienou. It's a pass, that is. Lienou's always trying to turn inside. He gets a free kick. A foul from Starbuck. I do wonder if that was pre-planned, Ben, because of course Scunthorpe will be set, will have press triggers for certain players. I don't think Conlon was being first receiver and then David Beckham was in their makeup.
Unbelievable pass, really was. It's one thing to see it, a lot of space, switch of play, but to put your foot through and control it into the path of Lienou was something else, and what a dangerous position this leads to.
Delivery, nearly goes in the far corner. Wicked effort. He did the dip. He got it as well. Nearly had 2 set-piece goals in a row.
No, he didn't. That's the type of pace you want on the delivery. Unfortunately, the direction was just slightly off. But decent response from going behind to this free kick, as we said. So hard for a goalkeeper. A lot of bodies in front of him. It's into the top corner to his right-hand side. It's not stopping that.
Vincent encouraged to put the pressure on with Gray. Pickles joining in. You've got McDonald at left wing as well. Gjoshe just been encouraged to go forward by the Leeds defence. Keeps it in off the chest of the Scunthorpe player. Now Cresswell down the line gives Gray a sniff of something. Game's picked up a pace and another level here. There's not been enough of that in the game when the pace just lifts, but again it's tough when Scunthorpe are in the mix of their season. This has been stop-start in different competitions. Howson clears. Heavy touch, but Gray nowhere to be seen because he's covered the left back. Courage to shoot from distance. Not a million miles away from a centre-half's perspective. Still, Mahady had that watched all the way. After 5 minutes. The evenness of the game as Howson's caught in possession. Here comes Scunthorpe. Enahoro-Marcus gets there to cover. There's a lot of players trying to pounce on errors, Ben, so there's clearly been an introduction from both coaches to up the ante a little.
Yeah, there's been a real shift in terms of the output from the Scunthorpe players out of possession. I think Andy Butler, the manager, would have been too pleased from his outfit and their performance in the first 45. These were the better team in that period. So, yeah, there's been a big improvement. Obviously, the equaliser will help Scunthorpe as well. So, yeah, these moments just for Leeds, just to not to hang in there, but be kind of disciplined in the shape off the ball, do the good things that they did well in the first 45.
Ball forward, to give that possession away. Not to mention, in fact, that Will Evans did replace Andrew Boyce, by the way. I made a note of that, but my apologies for the lack of a mention. It was Evans that had the shot. Went past Mahady's post a few seconds ago. Enahoro-Marcus tried to clear, he's got his bearings wrong. Referee just checking things as the pitch needs relaying. Looks like Ben's been playing golf nearby.
Yeah, it's an accurate description, is that?
Midfield now for Brogan. Pass from Lienou. Easily pushed in a clearance down the line if he needed to. Here's McDonald. Inside to Cresswell. It's a good challenge. I thought he won the ball. Joey Dawson, but we'll take it. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think if that's against those way giving the free kick away, or the referee think it wasn't foul on a Leeds part, you'd be very upset, I think is the word we'll choose to use on that description. So I think it's not a good momentum. He's worked the ball ever so well on the left-hand side, McDonald in particular. And they're the moments we're trying to get back into the rhythm of, because in the first 45 we did create an overload where it was out wide like we've got now, or create those little pocket of spaces.
Trying to steer it forward. Donald now busy defensively. There's a lot of players for Leeds having to work two sort of roles in transition, because the way that Scunthorpe are trying to pick the gaps quickly. They're not resting on their laurels as it's out towards Sellars-Fleming. gives away a free kick. So referee gives a free kick. It's Douglas giving it away.
Yeah, it's just one of those areas of the pitch where, as a young defender, you get a bit eager, a bit carried away. You think there's a moment to win the ball, gives a cheap free kick away, and this is what enables Scunthorpe to build the pressure, throw the bigger lads forward as well to join Mark Beck.
Pressure on to make sure the effort coming in from Chadwick was a little rushed, but even though it was a half-decent effort. Vincent was aiming for Cresswell. Just the pressure got to him a little. Great running from McDonald. Holds them off. Now tries to play the pass.
Use your body, Harvey! Use your body!
Vincent gets to it. Now can he do anything with it?
Jaden, higher! Higher! Higher, Jaden in! Get Jaden higher!
He's when Cresswell put the block in, but all about hard work and never giving in there. McDonald with a bit of finesse, but then he had to grind it out. Ben to keep hold of it. Vincent the same. Yes, it didn't come off, but you can't have so much more.
No, you can't, and I think the longer the game goes, it's going to get more broken up, more space for the attacking players, and we've seen over the year or so how devastating McDonald can be in them situations, so hoping to utilise and gain these positions on the ball more often.
To Vincent, across the face of goal, Watson gets a hand to it. Another effort from Vincent to the far post. Lienou to pick up the pieces, takes his time. Towards Cresswell, underneath it. It's the sort of man you want on the end of that as a, say, an ex-centre half. He's not played there for that long. I think you have to rule him out of that position. But he comes across it. His eyes have been lighting up, Ben.
Yeah, on the first chance with Vincent there, just slightly going away from the goal, opted first time finish, recycle the ball on the left-hand side, and yeah, he's anything but a centre half now. Here's Alfie Cresswell, he's a goal-scoring midfielder. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get on top of his header. But again, it's been another good reaction to that goal conceded so early in the second half.
Win it back from a Leeds mistake in defence. It's Gjoshe again. Lost that in the middle of midfield. Chadwick. Deflection nearly helps Beck. Sellars-Fleming almost got to it as well, and Douglas picks it up. Cresswell is pulled to the floor. The referee wants a word here with Joey Dawson as he readjusts another divot. Rather than it be a card, it would appear to be a final warning. From Douglas. All is well from Vincent. It's towards Douglas. Cut back to Gray. It'll fall to Lienou, who tries to hit it first time. Slices it wide. He could have took a touch. He believed in himself. It's great teamwork again from Leeds United, backing each other up, being brave, not only in the air but with the decision making. Ben, glad to see as a minimum a shot on target, but difficult technique across your body, bouncing at an awkward height. not easy.
No, not at all. Really difficult technique to have. One of those awkward kind of bounces because, as you mentioned, taking it first time increases the level of difficulty and the technique, takes a touch. He's probably not going to have an opportunity to get his shot away, but again, some great build-up play down this right-hand side this time from Vincent and Douglas. It leads to an effort on target, but again, the Leeds players have grown into more confidence in this second half.
Changes. Sees Rowley come on for Starbuck, and then Eze come on for Beck. It's Ubaezuonu. On appearance with the hair, you could forgive that certain man playing for Arsenal might have fancied a kick change tonight. As just because Beck is off doesn't mean to say this task gets any easier. Challenge from Pickles. His role is 7 appearances this season in the National League, 7 starts, should I say. Evans the same. So while Eze's yet to play in the league, these are opportunities, Ben, for fringe players to come in and press.
No, they are, and this is what the challenges of this competition throws up against you. You've got that blend, having all the experienced players, the ones who play week in, week out in the National League, mixed with players trying to get into that starting 11 on a weekend. So presents different challenges, but the challenges were navigated so well, of course, last season, but they're going to present themselves even more in this campaign.
Leads a throw. Rowley, who's had 7 starts in the National League, you can tell that first team quality that he'll want to bring to the party. The effort comes in. He's panicked Mahady enough to make him dive to his left. Thankfully, it goes behind his post, and it is only a goal kick. But one of those where it says it appears to be speculative, and you start to panic as it flies towards goal.
Yeah, and the only person who wasn't panicking inside the ground was Mahady, thankfully for the Leeds goalkeeper, and Scunthorpe just trying to get more of a foothold in the game. The substitutions, they're hoping is going to help get that bit more added tempo into their game.
So does well. They seem to have full possession, full control of that. We're always behind him. You can start to see the chunks of the pitch that are carving up now. Looks like a mole has come out of the section near the throw-in taker. So game just maybe evening it out a little bit in that respect.
Yeah, there's going to be more wildlife tips throughout the second half from Tom Hill.
Enahoro-Marcus looking down the line. McDonald or Lienou getting anywhere near that. Lopata-White wins a free kick. Competing alongside Gjoshe. 25 to go. Leeds haven't had enough chances created, you'd feel, for their liking. Gray's been very quiet in terms of ball at his feet in this second half, but saw it last year in this competition, Ben. It can be a battle where a couple of moments of class from Leeds or some youthful exuberance gets them over the line. You look at the bench, it's even looked younger than last year in Brockie, Pirie, Firth and White. But nearly a time for opportunity knocks because the bench may be utilised very shortly.
Yeah, and it's important now for these extremely young players on the bench to be ready, as you mentioned, because you can't come into these games cold. You had to be right at the match tempo, straight into the thick of the action if called upon.
Howson striding forward, a nod of appreciation from a fellow veteran of some of the golden years for Leeds. Boyce's touch is risky. Back into Evans at the heart of defence. It's Cresswell, he's caught late. Pickles rise the challenge. Can he get it wide? He can to McDonald. Leeds have got some space here. 3 on 3. McDonald shimmying one way, then the other. Scunthorpe pick up possession and try and play it out from the back. Injecting a bit of venom into their passes to go from left to right. Lienou nips in for a second time to win his team a throw-in. Such good defending, great strength about him. Seems very well built, doesn't he, Ben, for a left back? Carries it well, strong, got a bit of pace as well.
Yeah, we were speaking at the half-time break. Just how much of an athlete he really is up and down that left-hand side. Been a big threat tonight going forward.
He's on his way to try and help out. Not needed. As the effort from Gray. You can tell by his reaction how close he thought that was. And this is just another example. Leeds have had to really just soak up possession and pressure just to give them a few moments. When they've put a good team move together. The goal was one of those. That was a lot of good support play, some smart thinking. And there isn't anybody in his team that isn't going to be disappointed in Harry Gray cutting in off his right, onto his left, sorry, off the left onto his right to have a shot when he goes that close. Yeah,
we've seen throughout early stages of this season, Harry Gray drifted into them left-hand channels just for that reason. Cuts inside onto his right foot. Some strike, by the way, just off target. You could see, as you mentioned, his reaction, thinking it was so close. You could hear the Leeds fans to the left-hand corner behind the goal. They were right behind that strike, inches wide.
Scunthorpe cutting their way through. Shot comes in and Enahoro-Marcus gets in the way of it. There's an effort from Sellars-Fleming. One player that has done a lot of good work is Ubaezuonu, the goal scorer, putting on off that right flank. He's picked out a peach of a free kick to get his team level. Scunthorpe crowd buoyed by that team move. Evans will be the target here, you feel, from the set piece. It is towards the towering defender Howson. Only as far as McDonald, now to Vincent. He wants a foot race. He will get one. Gjoshe does well. You don't mind that. Vincent thinks he's got the pace and the better. Turns out the Scunthorpe player had it covered, but you're young, you're fresh, you're on the wing, you fancy your chances there.
Yeah, and the most important thing was dealing with the corner kicker. We did that so well. Yeah, you're right, Vincent getting the ball back in his speed, but we turn the ball over inside Scunthorpe's half, but get back into a good shape now after losing that possession. It's important. You work hard off the ball, 20 minutes plus to go.
As it gets down the line. Across, the ball has gone out of play, according to linesman on the opposite flank, which is good news for Leeds. To Mahady. Cresswell into McDonald, slightly heavy touch, gets it to Lienou anyway, asks for it back. Foul on the edge of the box, according to the ref. Just dangerously close inside as well. But given just yet.
It's so close to being inside. Penalty area, matter of inches, really is. But McDonald didn't give the ball up initially, won a good 50-50 challenge, gets the Leeds to gain down the line. That's where you want to see McDonald. Full tilt, running with or without the ball. Always commits challenges, draws fouls out of defenders, and a very similar area to what we saw at the start of the second half.
Another wicket delivery, and it's gone in this time. Goalkeeper tried to no avail, and he's got another goal. Second of the night. The first one a tapping, this one for the cameras and the highlight reel. Scunthorpe 1, Leeds United 2, thanks to the right boot of Harry Gray.
Look, let's be honest, the goalkeeper should be doing better with it, but it's the pace on the delivery. He's aiming for that far corner, he's not crossing the ball whatsoever. But when you need your big players in big moments to step up, Harry Gray's always your guy. Again, another goal to his tally, keeps racking him up. Why not? He's got that goal scoring ability, he's got that touch of class as a number 9. It's a big goal to put his team 2-1 up.
Scunthorpe look to regroup. They did so after 13 minutes from Leeds' first goal. As the National League Cup holders, Leeds have got experience of taking the lead against teams of this ilk, having to dig in. It'd be a big boost this after losing the first game of the season in the competition. When you lose 4-0. To their credit, they bounced back with some important league wins. Just to get that second win the first win of the second game is such a big confidence boost. They also play FC Halifax Town and Gateshead in Group D. It does just settle the nerves, but of course, it's 2 games left to qualify helps, but the more points you get on the board as quick as possible, it's not rocket science. It boosts your chances of qualification.
What it does, it's the confidence boost that it gives to the younger players, knowing the standards, what they have to be at, knowing they can't drop off, or any lapses of concentration. And we've seen it tonight, 1 lapse of concentration has led to a goal. Apart from that, been really, really good, really disciplined, real professional performance. Touches the quality about his play as well. got to continue it, yeah. Remaining 15 minutes plus stoppage, of course. But be a big win, like you said, to get the first 3 points on the board.
Vincent and Gray, the two leading the pressure. Watson clears toward Eze. Lopata-White with a strong boot. Vincent gets a nudge to the floor. Scunthorpe are just trying to wrestle Leeds a little bit, but you can see they've upped the aggression in those areas. So Leeds to not lose their heads and stay the course.
You know, again, these type of teams, when they can't outplay you, or they're not using the quality on the night for a variety of reasons, mainly tonight because Leeds have been very good, they can go to that element of the game where they're trying to rough the players up, in more physical, old man them in a way. And that's an extra challenge that this competition does offer, where your PL2 doesn't quite bring that out. So, again, the message and what the coaches will be looking for from the side is, can you stand up to these challenges?
Douglas encouraged again to stay on his feet. He does just that. Scunthorpe switch it from the other side, from left to right. Howson heads up and away. Vincent steers it to Pickles. Pickles try to play it into the gap for Gray. You can tell by Gray's reaction he isn't happy with the pass. Always favouring the goalkeeper. Here's Rowley. Rowley, should I say, as he gets it to Horton. And again, the constant chatter from Scott Garner Ben is don't foul, don't foul. Because again, key areas, free kicks, you just give the host an advantage.
Yeah, and again, it's finding that balance where you are on the front foot. Saw it a couple of times in the first half. And in the second, let's be honest, where you're on the front foot, you're trying to win the ball, trying to do the right thing, but put the brakes on when you can't quite get there. So, there's good messaging from Scott Gardner.
Brockie appears to be ready to enter the fray. Goes out for a Leeds throw-in.
Spin press, second ball. And again.
Appeals for Leeds. Cresswell carries it. He's just told to settle down and relax a little bit. These are good areas for Leeds, Ben, because it just takes a little bit of sting out of the game. It allows Leeds to have a breather. But these free kicks are not the end of the world.
No, they're not, and it's important to get your shape off back of it. Don't do anything rash. The way they played out at the back here has been great.
Lopata-White holds on to the ball. It's a Lienou. It's a really good ball. Backheel picks out Pickles. He gets the throw in. Some of those crossfield balls have been inch perfect, to say the least.
Yeah, they have, and they've not overused that pass as well. Played it at the right times.
So McDonald will be replaced by Brockie. McDonald had a lively start, Ben. I mean, traditionally a number 10 role isn't his game, but he seems to flourish at times.
Yeah, I think he's been patient in his kind of positional sense. Ideally for himself, he'd want to be high and wide, start from a wide position, but yeah, disciplined in his starting position, staying in that pocket, not having to move too much, letting the players and the ball do half the work in and around him. So it's been a good night for McDonald.
This goes back to Mahady. Lienou thought about that first time, sort of controlling a quick pass, thought better of it. I guess it is those areas, Ben, where you're trying to pick your way through this lineup in Scunthorpe, giving the ball away, even though he was really far up the pitch, just gifting them possession. These keep ball exercises are tiring Scunthorpe out.
No, they are, and they're making good decisions in possession. They're not putting the ball at the risk. Don't have to.
Brockie just guilty of punching the ball away from a Scunthorpe player. Enahoro-Marcus gets to it. Cresswell keeps high in his lead to at least flick it forward. Scunthorpe are just queuing up down the edge of the box. They want a free kick at the very least. Has done very well there, because I think he's pulled him back and the referee hadn't seen it. It's the slightest of pullbacks on the left side. And in the modern game, I think he gets a set piece his way at the very least. But
I'm siding with the defenders. Shock horror here, because he allowed a little bit of contact, but it does enough contact to put the player off without him making it so obvious. I think he does so well, very intelligent defending. Yeah, you can run the risk of giving that dangerous free kick away. I was creeping in towards the penalty area as well, but you could hear the messaging from Scott Garner, stop the cross. I think the players just did so well, working so hard, working for one another, just to limit the space. There were times where we couldn't go engage and win the ball, but working as a collective, 2, 3 falls, they're the kind of pleasing elements of a manager seeing his performance of his team back in the reviewing sessions tomorrow.
So Mahady gets a reminder to speed things up, as 1,016 people in attendance tonight in the National League Cup. A Tuesday night action, of course. There'll be a fair amount of supporters connected to Leeds United, I am sure. forward towards Gray. Douglas gets dispossessed for a second time as well. 35 away fans for Leeds tonight, and competition where again it's just good for these players, Ben, to experience grounds like this. National League Cup is a competition where the stadiums aren't as glamorous. I think you often refer to it as growing up as a footballer a little bit when you're so young and you're used to elite facilities and nobody being quite hostile against you. These sort of games give you a new experience.
Oh, 100%, and this is why we want to be part of these competitions, for them new experiences.
Great. Just pushed once or twice. I mean, the ball is actually, the issue here is Scunthorpe moved the ball a few yards further forward than it should have been. That's why Gray's just tried to be a little bit cheeky. And then they've pushed him to the floor twice. I believe the first card has gone to Joey Dawson, who was given a warning ages ago. And then he's penalised Harry Gray. Harry Gray just got pushed to the floor twice. I know he didn't actually. If he stood on the ball, I think I'd get that a bit. But did he just seem to you, Ben, to just be running in the way of it and then get thrown to the floor twice?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both, and he knew what he was doing to a certain extent, but again, experience beyond his years, taking valuable seconds just off the clock, really.
Second to breathe, and Enahoro-Marcus steps up and releases Gray. He's got Vincent to his side. He's also got support in the shape of Brockie. Gray running forward, picks his spots. Keeper can't stop it. Thunderbolt from Harry Gray, and they could very well be your match winner. A hat-trick for Harry Gray, and Leeds United fans can celebrate in that corner. A devastating breakaway goal. He had options, but on a hat-trick in the form he's in. Let him take his spot. The keeper got a hand to it. Too much venom. Arguably game, set and match, Ben.
Harry Gray, take a bow, hat-trick hero. But let's give a special mention to the big centre-half, Enahoro-Marcus, because he makes a valuable interception on the edge of his own box, strides forward with the ball, gives it to Harry Gray just inside the Scunthorpe half, and that's when he takes over. He was never passing the ball, gets to within 25 yards out, unleashes an unstoppable strike. Keeper has no chance of keeping it out, even though he gets a hand to it. Just the power and the technique on the shot. Another 3 goals tonight for Harry Gray.
Yeah, really good. Just, you know, is clinical, the way he brings his teammates into the game. I know they won't get much credit because they were in legitimate positions, but you know, you could be forgiven for some subs just for switching off. It's a defensive mindset, but just that sheer will of Brockie, Ben and Vincent. As Brockie gets pulled back, that'll be another free kick. I think a card is coming out here. But because Brockie and Vincent supported, Scunthorpe had to cover all bases, and that just allowed Gray to look at the situation for a split second longer.
Yeah, of course, and we've got someone with the ability that Harry Gray has. The options either side of him is great, but he backs himself, backs his quality. Just wanted to work half a yard, get his shot away. That's what he did, and yeah, hat-trick hero tonight, and just oozes class every time you see him.
Yeah, Gjoshe is booked for that pullback. There's a change or two for Leeds, with White and Pirie coming on. It'll be interesting to find out who your man of the match is, of course. Be a real tough one for you to decide. But I think that's, you mentioned that Enahoro-Marcus contribution, because he has been a bit vulnerable in possession tonight. stuck to his guns. His job at the end of the day is to defend, and his contribution gets us a goal. And that's why, at this level, you've got to be allowed to make some errors because you have to be able to learn from them.
Yeah, of course, and that's the part and parcel of being a young player, getting exposed to these kind of scenarios. You are going to make mistakes, of course, but for him to respond like he did for that goal, you could see his delight running off to celebrate with Harry Gray, the teammates in around one another as well. It's a big moment for the young defender there.
Turn off! Look after the ball! Look after the ball!
This is players just being encouraged to just calm things down a split second. Be hard here though, with a chance for White, gets it away to Vincent. On a chance for Pirie, cleared away behind. Again, just Leeds have been very devastating. 2 minutes of stoppage time. They have attacked with real aggression, and it's helped with that 3-4-3 because the 2 10s become wingers, and Leeds don't have to worry about width behind them because it's already there.
Yeah, of course, but you need the desire, the work rate, but just the pace of that we've played. Again, high up the pitch as well. We've taken calculated risks, but nothing untoward. Defensively, I don't think Scunthorpe have opened us up really once. We gifted them the goal really with that free kick, great finish from that as well. But it's an overall performance, very, very pleasing, and one that this group will take plenty of confidence in the next batch of fixtures we've got coming up now.
So Leeds sit back here as they will attack. Picks up the ball, was trying to attack himself. Scunthorpe a little resigned to their fate. First defeat of this recent season in terms of 7 unbeaten in the league. Did lose in the first game in the National League Cup. There goes the full-time whistle then, and Leeds United's 21s have their first victory in the National League Cup this season. The defending champions, after a 4-0 defeat in matchday 1 to Boston, have bounced back emphatically thanks to a hat-trick from Harry Gray. Really smart team move for the first, then 2 emphatic finishes for the second and the third. And Scott Callaghan's side can now look forward to the rest of the games against Halifax and Gateshead.